It's gonna be the very best day of your life. It's gonna be, yeah. Do you believe it? It's gonna be the very best day of your life.
Yeah. You was picking out your fit, plan to decorate your crib. You was about to get it lit. I know. Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah. You look at me like I'm a threat, but really I'm just a blessing. This is what it's like to be real. Come on, feel. They know I'm the truth. On some that'll change your perspective. I know what it's like to be real. Come on, feel. Walk around stressed, not realizing life is a blessing. Don't know what it's like to be real. Come on, feel. And we don't get no but your flexing. All of your antics and presents. We know what it's like to be real. Come on, feel. I can see it in your eyes, yeah, it's codependence. When you spend your time, see you're lacking vision. Where you compromise, got no independence. You see me living life and you get offended. Yeah, you get offended. But come on to the other side. I am the light so you cannot hide. Tryna fit in, got you dead inside. Tried to kill me but I cannot die, yeah. I'm alive and you cannot take it. I'm on the rise and this crown I'm taking. On the winning side and there's no mistaking. No, you cannot fake this. You look at me like I'm a threat, but really I'm just a blessing. This is what it's like to be real. Come on, feel. They know I'm the truth. On some that'll change your perspective. I know what it's like to be real. Come on, feel. Walk around stressed, not realizing life is a blessing. Don't know what it's like to be real. Come on, feel. And we don't get no but your flexing. All of your antics and presents. We know what it's like to be real. Come on, feel. Where your real friends at? Somebody tell me where your real friends at? Where your real friends at? I know you don't feel that. Yeah. But come on to the other side. I am the light so you cannot hide. Tryna fit in, got you dead inside. Tried to kill me but I cannot die, yeah. I'm alive and you cannot take it. I'm on the rise and this crown I'm taking. On the winning side and there's no mistaking. No, you cannot fake this. You look at me like I'm a threat, but really I'm just a blessing. This is what it's like to be real. Come on, feel. They know I'm the truth. On some that'll change your perspective. I know what it's like to be real. Come on, feel. Walk around stressed, not realizing life is a blessing.
This is pain, this is youth, This is all the hush hush thoughts in your room. This is for the first time out with your crew. Getting fucked up, find joy in the bruise. Eyes with the power to seduce. Hand me the aux, we could cruise. Some nights I feel like I got nothing to lose. Some nights I feel like I got nothing to lose.
Freedom, such an elusive concept for many, available to all, yet grasped by few. A freely given birthright, yet more costly in its expression than most believe they can afford. But what is the cost to live without it? Wars have been forged over it, and yet it belongs to the peaceful. Slaves have been made in their master's attempt to barter his or her way into its city gates. But the gates of freedom are not open to the despot. Many will cross oceans to find its shores, but its borders can be found within. Its name is heralded by all nations and tongues, though most never recognize its face in their lives. They welcome and wish to see its benefits, yet resist and refuse to walk out its precepts. Though many attempt to destroy or hide its reality in their futile effort for unwarranted control, the truth of freedom will outlast any of the dissipating lies that seek to blot out its existence. Freedom is not the erasure of all boundaries, but rather the embracing of those that are healthy and true. It is not the denial or blame of consequence, but rather the right and pathway into full responsibility of every outcome in your life. Freedom is not accepted by the weak. It is the way of the strong, the gateway to growth, progress, and ultimately for everyone, a life full of fulfillment.
You give me new life. You give me new life.
It's time and I'm giving you what you're asking for. Future told no time for digging up the past, bruh. Talking about all the people that didn't last. In scarcity, it's time for using what you have. Just be grateful, the strong is always the last. Things are crooks who settle for we could pass. People's choices are hardly the ones chosen. I'm stepping out of the grave, that's your omen. Yeah, yeah, flower child, inflorescent, warrior, feel my presence, sagacity, pressure, from dead broke, woman affluent, underdog, made a past of it, on top of this shit, what's happening, born in darkness, became the light, fit in the masses, eternal life.
You give me new life. You give me new life. You give me new life. You give me new life. Oh, you give me new life. You give me new life. You give me new life.
They locked me out, outsider. Felt the pressure in the room when the boy beside him. Despite disguises, they can see the difference. Cubic don't shine the same in the diamond's presence. Them lights don't hold the same when the prophet's present. Impossible to tame when the locks are missing. The blocks are missing, the box is missing. Reach your hand and find a switch, but I'm wired different. You can think we work the same, but a profit different. You can think we preach the same, but the cloth is different. Sort of a maverick, I don't fit you boys' equations, I resist the average. Y'all playing Madden, I'm running real plays, I just make it happen. Got the doubt of saying who would've thunk of it. Life gave me the assist, made a dunk of it. I'm the one the papers chasing, so it's dumb rich. Truth's #1 supply, you can come get it.
You give me new life. 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 Oh, you give me new life.
Hey, let's run it back. I think I got one more.
You give me new life.
you wasting time waiting, thinking I'ma fall behind. I'm the future, baby, I ain't even seen my prime. Culture spinning on my axis, so I'm never late. You just left to try to catch the waves that I create. But this ain't surfing, no, these waters for the boat. You never catch it from just talking about it, Lord knows. Got them nodding from the bars I wrote a decade ago. That's how you know when it's the truth, 'cause they'll never get old. And I know you getting tired of the lies when they catch you in the vulnerable times. Then they robbing you blind. I know they look like sheep in the eyes, but they're wolves in the mind. Take your innocence to hang you to dry. If you question anything that they try, I speak from a confident mind and there's tears in your eyes. And it make you wanna go, and it make me wanna go on them, hang them from their feet. I just do it with my speech.
You give me new life. 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 Oh, you give me new life.
This is pain, this is youth. This is all the hush hush thoughts in your room. This is for the first time out with your crew. Getting f***ed up, find joy in the bruise. Eyes with the power to seduce. Hand me the aux, we could cruise. Some nights I feel like I got nothing to lose. Some nights I feel like I got nothing to lose.
Freedom, such an elusive concept for many, available to all, yet grasped by few. A freely given birthright, yet more costly in its expression than most believe they can afford. But what is the cost to live without it? Wars have been forged over it, and yet it belongs to the peaceful. Slaves have been made in their master's attempt to barter his or her way into its city gates. But the gates of freedom are not open to the despot. Many will cross oceans to find its shores, but its borders can be found within. Its name is heralded by all nations and tongues, though most never recognize its face in their lives. They welcome and wish to see its benefits, yet resist and refuse to walk out its precepts. Though many attempt to destroy or hide its reality in their futile effort for unwarranted control, the truth of freedom will outlast any of the dissipating lies that seek to blot out its existence. Freedom is not the erasure of all boundaries, but rather the embracing of those that are healthy and true. It is not the denial or blame of consequence, but rather the right and pathway into full responsibility of every outcome in your life. Freedom is not accepted by the weak. It is the way of the strong, the gateway to growth, progress, and ultimately for everyone, a life full of fulfillment.
Today I'm gonna live my dreams and accept how God created me. I won't let confusion, frustration, insecurity stop me. So I've made up in my mind that I'll be all that I'm meant to be, yeah. And there's nothing in this world that I'd let block me. I gotta get what's mine, yeah, yeah. No hater can stop my favor. It's not determined by you anyway. And I've been waiting for this moment in my life, so I ain't worried about what he has to say. And
please believe me, you don't have to bet on me, cause I'll bet on me any day. I gotta get what's mine. Yeah, yeah. I gotta get what's mine. I gotta get what's meant for me. I gotta get what's mine. Yeah, yeah. I gotta get what's mine. 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 Yeah, yeah. I gotta get what's mine. I gotta get it, go get it. I gotta get what's mine. Yeah, yeah. I gotta get what's mine. 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 I gotta get what's mine.
I'm giving it, I'm focused. I've got my mind right, this ain't bogus. Cause I never knew what I had to do. You came in, you worked it out. Said I'm strong and I'm moving on. I'm thankful cause you showed me that my deepest fear was not my failure, but that I'm powerful beyond measure. I thought who was I to be brilliant and change the world. I'm freeing all of my enemies to change the world.
Yeah, I believe in this season that we'll rise above all our seasons, flying high for a lifetime. So y'all move over cause it's high time. Believe me, we going somewhere. The ground's fit good and we ain't staying here. Forget reminiscing and grieving, cause we exist for this reason, to bring back hope to our daughters, make more men of our brothers. This legacy to our fathers, that security to our mothers, to spread more light to the nations, pursue all peace with all patience, presenting God-like lifestyles. Y'all thought wrong, but it's right now. Donate millions to children, secure our future from villains. Culture shifting how you're living. Don't try to keep up, man, we different. We gon' live how we want to. Kids gon' eat like they want to. Trillion dimensions through our visions. Cooking up culture in our kitchen. Celebrating forever.
This is pain, this is youth. This is all the hush-hush thoughts in your room. This is for the first time out with your crew. Getting f***ed up, find joy in the bruise. Eyes with the power to seduce. Hand me the aux, we could cruise. Some nights I feel like I got nothing to lose. Some nights I feel like I got nothing to lose.
Freedom, such an elusive concept for many, available to all, yet grasped by few. A freely given birthright, yet more costly in its expression than most believe they can afford. But what is the cost to live without it? Wars have been forged over, and yet it belongs to the peaceful. Slaves have been made in their master's attempt to barter his or her way into its city gates. But the gates of freedom are not open to the despot. Many will cross oceans to find its shores, but its borders can be found within. Its name is heralded by all nations and tongues, though most never recognize its face in their lives. They welcome and wish to see its benefits, yet resist and refuse to walk out its precepts. Though many attempt to destroy or hide its reality in their futile effort for unwarranted control, the truth of freedom will outlast any of the dissipating lies that seek to blot out its existence. Freedom is not the erasure of all boundaries, but rather the embracing of those that are healthy and true. It is not the denial or blame of consequence, but rather the right and pathway into full responsibility of every outcome in your life. Freedom is not accepted by the weak. It is the way of the strong, the gateway to growth, progress, and ultimately for everyone, a life full of fulfillment.
They're dreaming, they're killing your dreams, they're bleeding your steam. They're jealous of us, they're burying your potential's too much. If you would just lift up yourself, believe in you, there's really nothing else that they could ever do. They hiding the truth, they following you, cause you got the truth. But that is enough, it's time to step up, I realizing you're more than they could ever handle. I pray that you're hearing me. You're perfect as you really are. The world will see just own who you are. You are, you are beautiful. Own who you are. You are, you are powerful. Own who you are. You are, you are special. Own who you are. You are royal.
Hourglass, all class, maybe wanna spend some time with you. Girl, you know what you mean to me. I believe you were made for me. Girl, you better use your honor. It's time to let the world know it. Cause what's a star to the world if it hides its light from the world below it? I done seen them competing with you, non-stop. You ain't wanna see them do it, steady measuring but never measuring up to it. They could never do it. When friends soon turn to enemies, don't let them take what's meant to be. Just make that pain your energy. Just own who you are, just
Own who you are. You are, you are beautiful. Own who you are. You are, you are powerful. Own who you are. You are special. Own who you are. You are royal. Own who you are. You are beautiful. Own who you are. You are powerful. Own who you are. You are special. Own who you are. You are royal. This is pain, this is youth. This is all the hush hush thoughts in your room. This is for the first time out with your crew. Getting f***ed up, find joy in the bruise. Eyes with the power to seduce. Hand me the aux, we could cruise. Some nights I feel like I got nothing to lose. Some nights I feel like I got nothing to lose.
such an elusive concept for many, available to all, yet grasped by few. A freely given birthright, yet more costly in its expression than most believe they can afford. But what is the cost to live without it? Wars have been forged over it, and yet it belongs to the peaceful. Slaves have been made in their master's attempt to barter his or her way into its city gates. But the gates of freedom are not open to the despot. Many will cross oceans to find its shores, but its borders can be found within. Its name is heralded by all nations and tongues, though most never recognize its face in their lives. They welcome and wish to see its benefits, yet resist and refuse to walk out its precepts. Though many attempt to destroy or hide its reality in their futile effort for unwarranted control, the truth of freedom will outlast any of the dissipating lies that seek to blot out its existence. Freedom is not the erasure of all boundaries, but rather the embracing of those that are healthy and true. It is not the denial or blame of consequence, but rather the right and pathway into full responsibility of every outcome in your life. Freedom is not accepted by the weak. It is the way of the strong, the gateway to growth, progress, and ultimately for everyone, a life full of fulfillment.
Welcome to The Way, an Iexist event. I want to say on behalf of everyone here that we're honored to have you join us for today's training and session. As a coaching and counsel company, we've been serving others since 2018. And we know that your growth, success, and fulfillment is vital, not only to yourself, but to everyone around you. And it's at the core of our heart and mission here that everyone possible be pressed and empowered to lead a life that is full of fulfillment. Thank you so much for accompanying us on this experience. We're looking forward to see how this will impact the many of you. Share this with your family and friends, all those that you love, to grant them the opportunity to partner with you as you become all that you are. Enjoy.
I love it. I love it. I love it. 2026. Welcome to the first episode in a new year. All right. Happy New Year, by the way, of the Way Spiritual Edition. I'm so happy to be here in front of you guys again. Can't wait to share what I have for you this year. Can't wait to share a load of things that we have coming for you this year. I'll talk to you about some of them maybe a little bit later on. But I want to say, first of all, that I appreciate you for tuning in. As always, like, share, subscribe, those things. You know the rundown by now. All right. If this is blessing you on any level, make sure you're sharing this with those around you. Don't be selfish this year. Listen, you want to get pushed over into abundance, at least to a certain degree this year. Share things out. I always hear from you guys on, those of you who are tuning in, even those of you who aren't clicking the actual video so that the view will count. It's all good. All right. We know how this goes. But messing with you to just say that share, subscribe, all those things, right? Show love. Let that be a verb for you this year. And we'll keep it coming. You already know what we're doing, right? You already know how we're coming, at least to a certain degree. We'll try to amp it up a little bit as we're going along, but I just want to make sure I keep giving you quality content, things like that. Let me know how. My brain was going so fast. Let me know how it's helping you, things like that. Make sure you're commenting below. Let me know you're here. I want to know who you are, where you're from, things like that. Just say a simple hey, things like that. We always enjoy hearing from anybody in what we call the hall. Some of y'all call it the chat. Some of you call it whatever else you may be calling it, but it's the hallway because I affectionately call myself a teacher. I know that I'm graced to be that. And in the classroom, it's always quiet. I'm going to try to get my students a little bit more talkative this year too. All right. But for those of you who are in the hall, it's always rowdy out there. So we don't mind the comments. We don't mind you talking to each other, things like that. Disagreeing if you want to. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm thick skinned. I'm tough skinned. I promise you. I wouldn't be doing this if that wasn't true. So, hey, let me know what you got. And again, who you are, where you're from, not necessarily your name or anything like that, but you get what I'm saying. Let us know where you're watching from. All right. I want to jump straight into this new year conversation. I'm always quoting conversation because whether you admit it or not, you're processing the things that I'm telling you, right? So it acts, even if you aren't talking to me, even if you aren't commenting, everything I'm saying is becoming a conversation in your mind, okay? You may not be responding to me out loud, but there's something you're always either saying back without even saying it, okay? You might be saying, amen. You might be saying, that's what's up. That's dope. You got it. Whatever the thing is. Or you might be saying, I don't like that one. Whatever you're saying, we're actually conversing, whether you're talking to me or not. And so I state these as conversations because I know that, especially in processing new information, things like that, there's always going to be a certain side of you that's dealing with or processing the information, whether for the first time or even if it's just a remembrance, things being brought back to your remembrance, things like that. All right. It's always a conversation that's really happening. So I'm not ignorant to not know that. And so we'll call it a conversation for that sake, even though you aren't able, I'm not blessed to have back and forth with all of you. But let's go. This new year, this is a manifestation year for many of you. It's my declaration to you that dreams come through. They become a reality for many of you. And we're going to help you with that process. One of the ways that you'll get maximum support or partnership is through our subscription by joining the nation. Again, you'll hear about that later on, and we'll talk some more about that in a few. But for now, the link will be connected to this video. It'll say becomingallthatweare.com/the nation. And you'll get a lot out of that, especially support in making your dream happen. I say this very fervently amongst those around me. Listen, we're in the business of making people. Becoming is all about being made. And in one of the previous conversations, I was talking about how the difference between a lot of the way you think, and this will come up in the conversation that we're having today too, is that we look at life as sometimes, or God, as a genie that's supposed to be giving us something, right? And I say with clarity, God doesn't want to give you anything. He wants to make you something. This is all about who you're becoming. Even setting the goals that you'll set this year and seeing them manifest, you have to become something different in order to see them manifest. Okay? That's the name of this conversation, by the way, manifest. Let me go ahead and throw that out there. All right. So as this year continues, we want to see some things manifest in your life that you've wanted to see manifest for a long time. For some of you, that's going to be good health. For some of you, that's going to be riches. For some of you, that's going to be good relational upgrades, right? Not just friendships. Some of you will be married. This is the cycle of life. But whatever it be, some of your spiritual lives will definitely increase. You hang around us long enough, you'll have some expertise in that area, in that field of your life. Some of your mental clarity, your stability, your ability to move forward, to climb in life will go higher. And this is going to all be on the mental front, by the way. That's all in your soul works. All right. Many of these things will manifest for many of you, but it's because you will be becoming, because you will be open to being made this year. Okay. And to the quality person that can produce all of the things that you hope to see, currently hope to see, or even I'll say have faith to see. Maybe that's a little bit of another conversation. But anyway, all right, here we go. So I thought about the year 2026. All right. And I can't ignore that number 6, which from probably what you all would recognize as a theological viewpoint is described as the number of man. Okay. So when you look at a biblical creation story and man coming into existence on the 6th day, those who are theologians, those who are studiers of Greek and Hebrew origin stories, things like that, you'll see that oftentimes the number of man, human, is given the number 6. All right. Here's what I want you to know about humans. We are a manifestation, okay, of God's dream. So while partnering the idea of this 2026, and I'm not trying to be, I'm not one of these guys that are always decoding things or whatever, like trying to figure out what numbers, and not to say that that's a problem. I'm just not normally that guy. So this is not something that you'll always get from me. But for whatever reason, I'm looking at 2026. All right. Let's take that 6. That's the number of man. All right. According to some theological study and background, things like that. Again, if you just even take the creation story that is given in the Bible, you're looking at man being created on the 6th day. So that number is being given to man. Now I want to go into some other things. If you look at the Star of David, all right, and you see it's a 6-point star. Okay. This is right after I said I'm not into decoding things, and I'm like about to go into this whole stream of decoding stuff. But let's just stay here for a second. We are a manifestation as humans, a manifestation of particularly one of God's dreams. And it's important to know that, because I want you to view this year, for some of you, for yourself, as a year of manifestation. At a particular point, even the Bible says about Christ himself, that the word became flesh and dwelt among us. All right. That was the process of manifestation. That was a becoming. There's 2 things that I'm going to point out to you today that I see oftentimes as problems with people's viewpoint of or perspective of manifestation, that ends up blocking you from getting the things that you need, desire, want in terms of manifestation in this life. And I want to clear them up. This will actually probably be pretty quick, because I'm going to give one of them up front, and then we're going to do one more after the halfway mark. The word became flesh. This is manifestation. At a particular point in humanity's history, humans were created, but that was a manifestation. Okay. So there's a couple things actually I'm going to clear up about manifestation before we get to it. One of them I already touched on, and that is that manifestation, I said this in an earlier conversation also. Number one, manifestation is not something that comes to you. And this is actually not one of the problems. I just need to make this clear before we get into it. Manifestation does not come to you. Manifestation comes from you. So manifestation, number one, and before we even cover that, let's just clear up what it is in general. It's something coming to existence. That's all I need you to see it as. Okay. Manifestation is just something coming into existence. All right. So when people say, because it may be a spooky term for some of you, when they say I'm a manifester or my dream manifested or something like that, all they're saying is that I had a thought, I had a particular dream, I had an idea. And though it was only in my mind at a particular point, it's now in my physical reality. OK, I saw something come to fruition that was only in my mind or in my soul's eye at a particular point. Some of you is something that you just felt, that you just knew, right? That's more of a deeper intuitive feeling. There was just something that I knew was coming. All of a sudden it came into being. That's all manifestation is. And the reason why I want to break this down is because it's not that complicated. Now, obviously, there's different degrees of manifestation. There's some people that the only thing they may manifest in their life that could be possibly a big deal to them is just imagine all the times that you married couples, you know, you're 23 and 24 years old, and you're dreaming of the day when you have that son. You're dreaming of the day when you have that daughter. Okay. So what do? You start selecting baby names. Some of you go ahead and paint rooms. Some of you will go buy things or whatever, right? You put a little work in there. And the next thing you know, that dream, that idea of a child is coming into existence. All right. Though many of you may not break it down because that's such a popular manifestation in this world. And again, some of you have been spooked out by particular words. Maybe some spiritual community has made it sound like more than what it is. But even that is a dream come true. Some of you, all you dreamt of as little girls, I want to be married or something like that, right? And so you're sitting around and you're imagining the days you're going to, walk around the house, or the house that he'll buy and you'll decorate, or however it works out. Things like that, all right? And eventually, for some of you, for maybe many of you, it comes to fruition. It comes to pass. All right. It was here first. It ended up being in this physical realm. Okay. Let's really just take this to bare minimum conversation so that this is not something that escapes your grasp as we continue to go along with this. All right. So you need to know that manifestation, all it is something coming into existence. Now, a very important question to ask is, where is it coming from? Okay. That takes us back to what I was saying right before this, which is that manifestation comes from you. It doesn't come to you. A lot of you who are in the mindset that manifestation is you being given something. All right. That's not manifestation. Somebody could come up and give you $100. If that $100 wasn't in your mind before, if you didn't dream of having $100, if you weren't, I don't know, like feeling intuitively that it was coming to you or something like that. If there was no inward dream of any type, let's just call it that, and it comes to you, just because you were giving something doesn't mean that it manifested. Okay. Maybe the other person had a dream of giving something away and they did it, and maybe that's a particular manifestation. But for you, all right, you were just being given something. So a lot of you don't know the power of manifestation because you don't realize that things can come from you. Okay. I need you honestly to believe in this, because I know I want to see a particular fulfillment come to you. We say all the time that we're here to press and empower you to lead a life that is full of fulfillment. A big portion, you know what fulfillment is? It's something coming into fruition. It's actually something manifesting. So a lot of you will escape the idea, or excuse me, it's more than a feeling, but you'll escape the feeling. You'll escape the pleasure, the joy of fulfillment because of not understanding what manifestation is. Okay. Number one, again, manifestation is something that comes from you. I really don't want to lose you on this because, again, a lot of times when talking about spiritual things, it just gets too spooky for people, it gets complicated. That's why we broke it down in the beginning. All it is something coming to pass, something coming into existence. So there's a few things you need to know about manifestation in order for it to start working in your life. If you just throw the idea away as some spiritual hocus pocus or something like that, you're going to miss out on a lot of fulfillment. It's the only reason I'm pushing this today. Okay. You need to really be okay. I was quoting a scripture earlier about how y'all have to understand God is a manifester. Okay. We are also manifestors being made in his likeness and image. I want to move you into a different joy of life. Nobody in Iexist, listen, and I'm saying as far as I'm concerned, is allowed to live a lackluster life. Okay. We are all manifestors. If you're a part of the Iexist the crew, the nation, whatever the thing is, listen, I'm going to push these techniques to you because I need you to see fulfillment in your life. And manifestation is a high priority. And it's a high portion of the idea of fulfillment. Okay. There's two mistakes that a lot of us make that don't cause what we dream. And I want to get past your basic stuff. Oh, you don't believe, things like that. Those are things that's something that anybody can tell you. Okay. I'll be covering some different things today. All right. Where does it come from? Okay. So we already told you that it comes from you. However you need to view it for now, is coming from an invisible realm. Okay. To manifest something means I'm taking it from an unseen place to a seen place. That's why all manifestation, when it's true, comes from you. The reason why you need to know this is because a lot of you are trying to manifest things that you aren't. The reason all of us have to be very acquainted with the idea of becoming in life is because manifestation is not information. Manifestation is transmutation. You have to become something in order to manifest it. Okay. I'm actually giving you point one. That's before the break. You have to become something in order to manifest something. So a few episodes, I don't even know how many episodes ago, one of the things I was saying is that if you really want to get this thing down pat, even concerning manifestation, and you're like, I want to manifest wealth, which is your right. We've all been given the power to get wealth, by the way, by God. Okay. If you want to manifest wealth, the problem is if you think manifesting is just somebody giving you something that I get to sit there and be a poor person, but I think that somehow I'm going to manifest wealth, it'll never come to you. As a matter of fact, if somebody even gave you something, it's going to slip through your hands. Why? Because you can only manifest what you are. Okay. Again, manifestation, it comes from you, not to you. So all of you who are escaping the becoming process don't realize that there's no way to truly have something without becoming something. I'll give you a for instance. Okay. We use all of these popular examples because they're common to man. Okay. Not everybody wants to get married. That's completely fine. Not everybody wants a child. All right. Okay. But there's plenty of people who do. Not everybody wants money. All right. But there's plenty of people who do. That's the only reason why we're using these examples, because it's common. All right. But in all of these scenarios, in order to have a wife, I have to become a husband. Period. If you all realized that manifestation was as easy as becoming, you will realize that a lot of what people say about manifestation is very true. It will just start coming to you. It actually becomes attracted to you. This is why people talk about the law of attraction and things like that, which I won't say that I openly agree with everybody's version of that. But if it's in this context, then it's real. If you would become a particular thing, you will naturally draw the result of being that thing. Let me help you really quickly. If I become a husband, you're not going to be able to stop a wife from coming to you. I'm telling you. If I were to become, as a woman, a wife, you ain't going to be able to stop a husband from coming to you. And a lot of you know this is real because you'll be talking to that one friend in the friend group that everybody's looking towards. Could be a couple of you. Just say the girls group. All right. And everyone's like, you're going to make a really good wife one day. Why? Because they notice something in you, keyword, key phrase, that's not necessarily in everybody. And lo and behold, next thing you know, typically the first to be married out of the group, whole type of thing, you become the example, the fire starter. All right. Oh, now I desire what they have. That looks kind of cool type of situation. But what were they saying? You were a wife before you were a wife. I hope some of you know that if you aren't, and I'm just using this for an example, it's vice versa. It's for husbands. It's for anybody. It's for somebody wanting to be rich. I told you, we're just talking about things that are common to man. This goes anywhere in terms of manifestation. I'm only talking about those common things, not that you're limited to any of these things. That's why I made sure to cover that some of your mental you'll have clarity, vision. Finally, you know your purpose, all these things, every aspect of your life, body, soul. All right. Which is your mind, your will and emotions, spiritual life, all go up on any of those fronts. All right. We can talk about the idea of manifestation, but going back to my example, listen, they noticed something in you, some of you, whoever you are, that wasn't necessarily in all or something different about you. They already saw it. So when it came into fruition, probably to no surprise of the ones around you, whether you saw it yourself or not, all that was it manifesting. Because guess who else saw that in you? A husband. And it was the very thing that attracted that person to you. And so I don't want you to get stuck on the idea that you had to be born a particular thing, because not all of us come from great wiring, okay, great training, if I can say it that way. This doesn't mean that if your mother didn't raise you to be a great wife, because she might not have been a wife or whatever the thing, that you cannot become. That's why it's called becoming. I actually want to rewind a little bit, because we're talking about the process of becoming. But you know what becoming is? It's manifestation. This is a Bible word. This is a spiritual word. All right. God's desire is that manifestation happen in all of our lives, because it's a spiritual principle. It's a spiritual happening. It's tied to all of our fulfillment. You know, like there's a scripture verse that says that hope deferred makes the heart sick. That if I'm sitting around hoping and there's no manifestation that ever comes into my life for what I would hope for what I would hope to see in my own life, it actually makes you sick. What am I saying is the opposite of that? Fulfillment. You want to feel joy in your life? Stop giving up on your dreams. Simple New Year's message here. Dare to dream in the first place. Whoever's telling you manifestation is not real already told you. I don't know what stream of quote, quote, consciousness you come from in terms of religious background or anything like that. But definitely if you're Christian or something like that, listen, it's a Bible word. All right. Manifestation is a true thing. It actually has to happen in your life in order for fulfillment to happen in your life. 1,000,000%. Hope deferred, and I'm just using this in this particular context, makes the heart sick. If what I could hope or dream for does not come to fruition, you wonder why a lot of you have become now bitter at 57, 58, 66, whatever the thing, 71. Some of you die early because of hope deferred. Your heart, listen, a heart that is sick will make, which is in the soul, right? Will make a body that is sick 100%. 100%. Some of you, the best times of your life, when you saw the most healing come into your life, maybe you met a new person, a new friend, and it's almost like everything got healed in the moment. You're like, what is this angel that's come into my life or whatever the thing? Stuff start moving forward faster, whatever the thing, right? It was the opposite of a sick heart. Your heart might have been sick before meeting manifestation in the form of this particular person. When I was getting married, umpteen years ago, however long, right? I got married young. I'll never forget having migraines at that particular juncture or portion of my life, certain things. And I remember telling my wife, eventually I was like, man, you just came in my life with like a book bag full of goodies, right? Because migraine stopped. It was very interesting. It's like this whole side of even bodily ailment, a particular portion of things was like cut off in meeting her. You need manifestation. It's not good. Listen, I don't know who's doing it, but I'm stopping them currently. Gotta stop letting people talk you out of your dreams. Gotta stop letting people talk you out of what was purpose or intended for you before you even got here. And let's call it God's dream for you. Okay. You have to let people you have to stop letting people talk you out of those things. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. in a minute, once we come back from the break, we're going to find out about why hope is not a real strategy, and how to, again, talk about another thing that's going to get you into manifestation. We'll talk about the second problem with all people who don't have manifestation continually in their lives, what those problems are. Okay, but the first one is still becoming. Okay, if you don't become the thing, you can't manifest anything, because to manifest, again, means that something is coming from me. Yet again, if a young lady at whatever age was to even be given, quote, quote, a husband, and she had not become a wife, she would lose the husband. If you do not become rich, that's actually the name of the next presentation for this month, next week. If you don't become rich, you can't have rich. To have is not to hold. To have is to be something. So I have to, with everything in me, be yielding to being developed into what it is that I want to manifest in my life. This is going to sound as crazy as it's going to sound. But if I want money, I got to turn into it. It's maybe my one statement for the day that you're like, that sounded a little crazy, but it's true. Because like attracts like. A lot of you wonder why you don't have particular types of friendships and things like that, right? It's because you haven't become that particular type of friend. This is why even it's coming to me, the whole idea, even biblically, is that if a person wants friend, he must first show himself friendly. You gotta be a friend. You can't have friends and you're a jerk. You can't have friends and you're so self-preservative that you can't hold water about anything, because your friends don't want all of their business on the streets. It doesn't work that way. Covering is a part of friendship. Don't confuse that with permissing. I said covering. Whole different thing, okay? Even if I gotta tell you, hey, bro, you're wrong for that. I'm not gonna have you out here embarrassed in the streets because I don't agree with you in a moment. That's not friendly. You're not a friend. Why you don't have friends? You don't go, and I don't know why this is coming to me, but I'm saying, like, a lot of you run to the streets with everything so quick. Somebody hurt you. You go run, tell it. Everybody, you're telling folks' mamas and their daddies, so-and-so did this to me and all this other stuff. Even in my error, it doesn't mean I can't be corrected, but correct and cover. What does that mean? That means that it's betrayal for somebody to ruin a name over a mistake, if that makes sense, right? Like some of you would like to use the word reputation there. Okay, cool. We'll go with it for a second. Why would I have you embarrassed out here because of a mistake you might have made even with me? But some of you are so vindictive. I gotta run, tell it. Oh, they did this to me and all this other stuff. And you wonder why you don't have friends. You're not friendly. You don't have friendship capability currently. So that has to be developed. What am I saying? Forgiveness is a big portion of friendship. You can't hold friends. You know, I want to say something real quick. All right. I know, let me say it this way before I pick on my friends. Okay. I know I don't do everything right. It's crazy. I know I don't say everything right. I'm sure y'all see how brash and how bold I can be. Maybe this ain't the half, but I'm certain something comes across offensive every now and then. I didn't have any amen, so that's good. But that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I know it does. Okay. But because they forgive, I still got a friend. Because I'm not outed in the streets, if I offend, I still have a friend. Same vice versa. Okay. Whatever friends I got, I've had to forgive multiple times. That's how it goes. Because none of us are perfect in the sense of not any of us are what. There's nobody that's what I want all the time. It's a ridiculous concept. There's nobody that's going to do 90 million things and none of them rub me the wrong way sometimes. Impossible. And that don't even have to do with right or wrong. It's just facts. Okay. So all I'm saying is forgiveness is just a part of it. So how about we become friends? How about you get your weight up? If you want some friends, you can't be offended by everything and have friends. You can't be upset about everything. You can't run and tell all of that and be a friend. Okay. So a lot of you don't have quality relationships because you aren't friends. I'm telling you right now, let this be an examination point. Let this be a point of humility, because you got to start asking yourself. I remember talking to somebody late last year where I was like, listen, you got to start asking yourself, why don't I have this particular thing at this portion of my life? Why? If you're doing no self-examination to what's not aligning with the becoming of or the being of a particular thing, you'll never discover why you don't have particular things, because in order to have anything, you got to become it. And I hope my pure, simple examples are helping you to see that becoming is the whole process to quote, quote, attracting. Once you become a friend, because I've been, let's call it a coach for a long time, I have a counseling edge to me. I've never had to try to drag information out of people. Never. And sometimes I could be the quietest person in the room. I don't know what that is, but it's because of what I am. That's all I'm trying to tell you. I heard Pi. I am what I am. Okay. It's what you are that you manifest. So I can manifest people confiding in, people running to eat. So it's the most easy thing for me because I am what I am. Again, some of you aren't trustworthy. Nobody's going to do that for you. I don't care what title or position. You'll lose clients trying to be in a particular position and you can't hold water. It doesn't work that way. Can't run tell all of that. Covering is how I know you love me sometimes. God does it. Okay. So part of his doing with us, trust me, all things are known in the spirit. Nobody wants all of their thoughts posted somewhere. It's crazy. I don't even got to know your thoughts. I know mine. Nobody wants all of that post plastered everywhere. Covering. What am I saying? Become. Whatever you want, manifest it in your life this year. Don't just take in information about health. You got to become healthy. Then you will manifest health. I know this is hard to grasp, but that's why we have the nation on the back end of this, so that I can just say this fast and then we can move on to something else. But listen, you got to become everything. You can't be sick inwardly, even mentally, and then produce stability in your life. It's bad. How do I know? It's in your patterns. Okay. So listen, I'm just touching on things right here at the beginning of the year. We're not going to hold this out too long. Become. If you're not focusing on becoming, you're not manifesting truly. Never. Okay. We'll talk about some other things on the back end of this that have to do with the simple mistakes that people make that don't create manifestation of their life. Number one, yet again, you got to focus on becoming. Make that your primary focus. Don't focus on who's going to give me my next blessing. No, become a blessing. Then all types of blessings going to flow to you. I promise you. That's how this goes. I'm becoming one to you right now. I know. Okay. Focus on becoming. When we get back, we'll do one more and we'll call this one a wrap. All right. Hey, if you're enjoying the masterclass thus far, I have a couple things that I'm willing to bet that you'll enjoy either just as much or even more. The first of those things is Wisdom for Days. It's my new book, and it is a compilation of 306 quotes that I've put together over years of experiences that are personal to me, that I know will help you out in your everyday life. Listen, it's just a great book. I highly recommend it to you. I want you to get it. You can get it at becomingallthatweare.com. Also, while you're there, pick up my book, A New Home. Go to the website. You can see all the details about it. It's a book that I've geared towards leaders that really will help you if you're feeling like you don't fit in life, as if you stand out in some type of way that you may not want to, but you just can't help it. This is all about how to get rid of your need to fit in and really stand out and be the person that you were created to be. The third thing that I want to tell you about is my podcast, Living the Dream. It is an Iexist podcast that I developed a few years ago that has tons and loads of great information, wisdom, insight. I gear it towards the people who need the reality of living the dream. I know that talking about the dream is one thing, but to live it is an entirely different thing. And if you want insight in what it's like to actually live a dream, that is the podcast for you. Go pick these things up. Go listen to these things. They'll continue to help you on your journey to progression, to freedom. Freedom, such an elusive concept for many, available to all, yet grasped by few. A freely given birthright, yet more costly in its expression than most believe they can afford. But what is the cost to live without it? Wars have been forged over it, and yet it belongs to the peaceful. Slaves have been made in their master's attempt to barter his or her way into its city gates. But the gates of freedom are not open to the despot. Freedom is not accepted by the weak. It is the way of the strong, the gateway to growth, progress, and ultimately for everyone, a life full of fulfillment. Welcome to an Iexist Masterclass.
Song My Way, I Did It My Way, should be his theme song forever because he did it his way. He didn't wait for anybody to tell him how to do it. He did it his way.
Why you worry about me? Why you worry about me? Worry about me is whatever I should. Yeah.
You say there's really no way to win. You say the pressure's too much giving. You should just hold your breath, cause I say I'll do this my way. Can't understand why you're worried about me. Made up my mind that I would be free. So just keep that to yourself, cause I say I'll do this my way.
Hold up. They like, B, why you all in this rap-ish? I'm starting to feel like you capping. I'm starting to feel like you acting. I'm starting to feel I'm being catfished through touchy subjects and ad-libs. Are you a preacher, man, or a lyricist? Cause I don't really know if this hat fits. I'm like, wow, that's how you feel. I guess I just keep it all to myself. Want no opinions. I don't need your help. But since you asked, let me share this wealth. Thing is, I'm both full of wisdom, full of wealth, full of God, still a earth shell. Ain't into sorcery, but I break spells. Learn to bring heaven, cause I've been through hell. And to trust funds, but I don't trust well. I'm a businessman and I'm God's man. Got a nurse brand and I dress well. I'm a lamb dressed in wolf's clothes. I'm a lion dressed in a man's robe. Dealt a bad hand, but I don't ever fold. I'm a high priest with no church clothes. Look, no cap. So you really mad cause I don't do what you do? Think I'm a fool cause I don't choose what you choose. Still living well while I break all the rules. Looks like you might have this whole thing confused. Y'all hypocrites are like 9 people, but when it come to hats, I can't wear a few. Stop playing.
You say there's really no way to win. You say the pressure's too much giving. You should just hold your breath cause I say I'll do this my way. Can't understand why you're worried about me. Made up my mind that I would be free. So just keep that to yourself cause I say I'll do this my way.
Hey, if you're enjoying the masterclass thus far, I have a couple things that I'm willing to bet that you'll enjoy either just as much or even more. The first of those things is Wisdom for Days. It's my new book, and it is a compilation of 306 quotes that I've put together over years of experiences that are personal to me, that I know will help you out in your everyday life. Listen, it's just a great book. I highly recommend it to you. I want you to get it. You can get it at becomingallthatweare.com. Also, while you're there, pick up my book, A New Home. Go to the website. You can see all the details about it. It's a book that I've geared towards leaders that really will help you if you're feeling like you don't fit in life, as if you stand out in some type of way that you may not want to, but you just can't help it. This is all about how to get rid of your need to fit in and really stand out and be the person that you were created to be. The third thing that I want to tell you about is my podcast, Living the Dream. It is an Iexist podcast that I developed a few years ago that has tons and loads of great information, wisdom, insight. I gear it towards the people who need the reality of living the dream. I know that talking about the dream is one thing, but to live it is an entirely different thing. And if you want insight in what it's like to actually live a dream, that is the podcast for you. Go pick these things up. Go listen to these things. They'll continue to help you on your journey to progression, to freedom. Freedom, such an elusive concept for many, available to all, yet grasped by few. A freely given birthright, yet more costly in its expression than most believe they can afford. But what is the cost to live without it? Wars have been forged over it, and yet it belongs to the peaceful. Slaves have been made in their master's attempt to barter his or her way into its city gates. But the gates of freedom are not open to the despot. Freedom is not accepted by the weak. It is the way of the strong, the gateway to growth, progress, and ultimately for everyone, a life full of fulfillment. Welcome to an Iexist Masterclass.
Hopping round, you was glad cause it's your birthday. Till your mom called and said your birthday was her worst day. Even with the drama, you can still make it the best day. Cause it's the best day, yeah. Baby, it's your birthday and it's the best day. It went the worst way, but let the fade away. Let the fade away, cause it's the best day, yeah. It's your birthday.
It's gonna be the very best day of your life.
was picking out your fit, plan to decorate your crib. You was about to get it lit, I know, yeah. You was changing out the codes, leading autumn. You was writing down your goals, I know, hey. You plan to turn it up tonight, well, alright. Then wake up to a better life. We still got time to make this right. Yes, I know, yes, I know, yes, I know, yes, I know.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be. It's gonna be. Oh.
You was jetting round, you was glad cause it's your birthday. Till the pilot called and said your bag won't be at baggage claim. Even with the drama, you can still make it the best day. Cause it's the best day, yeah. Baby, it's your birthday and it's the best day. It went the worst way, but let that fade away. Let that fade away, cause it's the best day. Yeah, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy, yeah. You've been dreaming about the day when you was 26 years old. You was bold, hard to go, you was always touching road. Always paying for the folks, never broke. Day before, heart was so fly, 25 still working at the store. But get it, girl, cause you was born with it.
Hallelujah. Welcome back. Just to let you know real quick, I always do those breaks. I am ahead of time, maybe ahead of your time. We do those to allow you to take a break. This was actually, if you didn't know it, this was a live event at a particular point. And so what I did was kept pretty much the same format. There would be people sitting in a room with us, and not like this room, you know, some rented room somewhere. And we have a lot more people in there. And the whole idea was that at a particular point, because I can be long-winded, things like that. All right, we knew that we need to set out a particular amount of time to give people a break, to go to the restroom and all those things. If you're watching this when it's live and you're not viewing it after it's been broadcast, which means, you know, there's always opportunity for you to fast forward once this has been broadcast live. But if you're watching it live in real time, those breaks are always 10 minutes to give you time to, you know, refresh yourself. Okay. We would like to be considerate of those type of things. At least just knowing that you may be sitting for a while if you're watching this thing all the way through. So that's just our consideration of you, and kind of wanted to let you know that whole timestamp. That way you don't have to worry about either missing anything or, you know, maybe not knowing how much time you really have to go do whatever you need to do. So that's what that is. All right. I want to get straight back into this. All right. So I'm enjoying this. Again, I want this to be a high year of manifestation for us all. By the way, we're still manifesting dreams on this side. What you're viewing, what you are participating in, hopefully, at this point, is a manifested dream. Okay. And so, again, there are two things that I see pattern that a lot of us don't do well, that stifle manifestation in our lives, right? Number one, we talked about before the break, had to do with not focusing on becoming what it is that we want to manifest. Okay. I've heard a lot of conversation around it, manifestation that has to do with, there's an emotional piece to it. Okay. So there's a side, let's say that this is a manifestation routine for somebody. They'll say, okay, I will write down or either create a vision board, something like that. I'll write down something I want to be existent with me in this physical realm. Maybe a particular amount of money. One story that's actually coming back to me that's really cool was Jim Carrey's story about how he wrote himself a check for $10 million and post dated it. Was it 5 years? Something like that. Do you know the story? He might have post dated it, I think 5 years or something like that. And I think 5 years and a few days later or something like that, he had did a movie. I believe it was Dumb and Dumber. And it was a $10 million payout. The same year that he post dated his check for. Okay, so there's one side of it that's like, you need to write the vision. Okay, I'm actually helping you already. Write the vision, make it plain. Okay, there's a writing portion. Like I said, maybe that's a vision board for some of you. Maybe you're posting pictures on a wall that are relevant, or pictures of what you want to see manifested in your life. And don't go too far out, right? And there's nothing here, nothing wrong with the 5-year plan, but let's do this year as an assignment if you're in with us. All right. So before the end of this year, okay, I'm going to write this out. I'm going to make this plain. Listen, I'm doing my own. I have the people around me that especially that work for or with me. We're all going to do our own things for this. And I'll let you know how much of it manifests, by the way. All right. So this will be a cool, fun thing. And I want you to do it too. And I want you actually to let me know, because maybe I'll touch on manifestation throughout the year to make sure everyone's kind of getting a real lesson on it, so that this doesn't just become another year in which, okay, I'm going to manifest the body of my dreams. I'm going to manifest the whatever, the husband, again, all of these common things to man, or, some of the more serious things. Maybe some of you want stability. Maybe some of you want to see your family come back together. Those things. Maybe some of you who are spiritual want to see your family connect to God in a greater way, things like that. We can talk about manifestation on all of these ends. I was just using the things that are more common to humans a little bit earlier. All right. But I want you to write those things down. Okay. This is instruction. All right. Make it very plain, as specific as possible. If it's a particular number or something, like let's say it's an income amount or something, just like using the Jim Carrey example. All right. If you got a post dated check to say, I want to be able to cash this by the end of the year, or whatever the situation is, be very specific. So that's what make it plain means. Make it very specific. Okay. There's another side to this that normally people will put in it that has to do with a meditative portion. Right now, they'll say something to the degree of, after you have visualized, after you have written and then visualized, however the visualization portion goes for you, now you need to meditate on this particular outcome. But they'll say something like this, but you need to feel what it's like for it to be in possession. You need to feel what it's like. So put yourself in a predicament in the emotional realm of what it's going to feel like when it's already done. This is good already. Okay. So, Lord have mercy. Bible verse is coming to me now that talks about when you pray, when you go to God about something, approach, ask as if it's already done. There's no need for you to go to God about any particular matter if you don't believe He's the one that can solve it, or that, let's just say it this way for this particular conversation, that it's already done. Don't take anything to God that you don't know. We talked about knowing what faith is. It's knowing. from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. This is alignment when it comes down to faith. Your whole being needs to be aligned in knowing. You have to be sure-footed about what it is that you're asking for. Whatever you ask from this posture, from a biblical standpoint, it's already done. Just know it's coming. Okay? So that's what kind of comes to mind when I hear people saying things like, you gotta put yourself in the state that it's already done. So don't just visualize it. See what it feels like. If you, depending on how good at, maybe we'll do a meditative conversation later on, because meditation is a spiritual practice, by the way. 100%. That doesn't belong to Buddhists, by the way. Okay. Meditative practice is a spiritual quality given by the only God there is. Okay. But let's go back. For those of you who are strong in meditation, you might even be able to smell it. Okay. But the thing is, whatever it is, if it's a fresh pile of money, just, you know what coins smell like, you know what I mean? Like the little copper or whatever the thing is, you know, it's like, you know what dirty coins smell like, you know what I mean? It almost can have a little bite right up in here somewhere. Okay. Depending on the coin. Look how good I am at meditating. Just bringing it back to my mind. I know what it smells like, but put yourself, let's say you want to be surrounded by coins like, what's the cartoon character's name? Scrooge McDuck. Okay. You wanted to swim in coins. Put yourself in the feeling of it is what they will tell you. Okay. By the way, there's nothing wrong with this, but imagining it to be done means going to the deepest place in all of my sensory and all of my emotions that put me in the reality of it in a particular moment. So that can be a meditative practice for a lot of people. But I don't want us to stop there, because we got to see what the point of all this is. Remember, I started this off by saying that elevation, I don't know why my mind wants to go there, but manifestation is the real word, is not information. I could put elevation there, but this is about manifestation. Manifestation is not about information. It's about transmutation. In order to have something completely different, I got to become something completely different. This is why I say all the time, I will point out to you, again, like for you Christians, for biblicists, things like that. Listen, for those of you who are adhering to scripture, to the Bible, this is why you don't see God saying, Abraham, so-and-so, whoever it is, David, I'm going to bless you. Saul, I'm going to bless you, or something like that, without there being a transformation in character, a transformation in who they are completely and totally, right? Kid becomes king. Many times you see people literally, like, God will go all the way to the psyche. I'm going to change your name. I'm going to change who you associate with. I'm going to change where you live, right? Because everything, I need you to leave all things that were you in the past, and I need you to gravitate to become something completely altogether new. Any man that's in Christ, this is Bible verse also, is a completely and entirely new creature. All old things have passed away. Behold, all things have become new. You have to literally become a different person. So manifestation is not information. It's transmutation. That's why even a lot of the things that I'm telling you now, even as instructive pieces, are practical in nature. Okay. So when I'm meditating, when I'm feeling all these things, it's not just to feel. And here's the reason why I'm telling you all of this. That's not enough. Here's the mistake we all make or have made or something to that degree. Feeling it ain't enough. I'm sorry to say. A lot of us like to feel and then we leave it there. But there's a cool quote in my book, Wisdom for Days, that talks about how it literally says this: if it doesn't manifest, it doesn't matter. And now I'm getting to point 2. I've always been getting to point 2, but you'll hear what it is in a couple seconds. The reason why I put that quote in that book, and now all of the quotes have a description to it. It's 306 quotes, by the way, if you didn't hear it over the break, that are wisdom keys, principles, things like that, that will get you grounded and into the manifestation life of your dreams, help you maintain things, help you grow up in particular ways. You really need the book. All right, go get the book. But I said, if it doesn't manifest, it doesn't matter. Here's why I said that. Because some of y'all have to stop being okay with the feeling. The only reason meditating to the point of feeling it, knowing that it's already done, is a practice, is so that, here's the next key, that you will actually get up and do something about it. Why am I telling people that if it doesn't manifest, it doesn't matter? You should not be content with something not manifesting. It should burn your bubbles. I knew that was going to sound weird before it came out, but I just had to go ahead and say it because I like stupid or silly phrases like that. It should burn you up. If I know that that hope deferred makes the heart sick, if I know that there's no excuse, how can we look at other people, have manifestation, dream, lives, all these things? Again, no matter the cost, all right? Because it does cost you. If they believe to the point of receiving, to the point of actually manifesting, all I'm saying is, if it doesn't manifest, it doesn't matter. We don't want to hear about the dream. You know, I used to think that it was a problem that people don't believe believe you until they see it. Listen, I could spout off a whole list of what's going to happen for Iexist. As we travel, we traverse this lane of manifestation. But you know why I don't sometimes? Not because I don't believe it, because it don't matter if it doesn't manifest. We just not about talking. If you understand what I'm saying. I will say something to the degree, just hopefully to stir some excitement towards you, to let you know that we are working primarily. All right. I'll say something like, hey, we got some wonderful things coming. But the truth of the matter is, I shouldn't be okay with those things not coming. There is no way I should settle in my mind being okay with certain things not manifesting in my life. I'm saying, if you're seeing it manifesting in other people's lives, you have to start asking yourself, what is it that's holding me back? You understand what I'm saying? Because you're all deserving under God. I've already covered that in the last couple episodes. What is the issue? You can't tell me, and I know all the excuses that happen. Oh, you were born into whatever. If I showed y'all the house I grew up in, there's a particular family member of mine, cousin of mine, family member of mine who kind of gets a bird's eye view to a certain degree, not bird's eye view, who gets a different perspective, I'll say, on some of the things that y'all are getting to peer in to as we're manifesting, as things are coming to the forefront. And one thing he's always said to me was that, you know, sometimes I'll show somebody something that you've done, you know, and the person doesn't know you. And they'll give off a, oh, that's nice. He's like, and I'm going crazy. He said, because I know where you come from. They just don't know. They have zero clue. Again, who is sitting in front of them, where I've come from, things like that. And likewise, I had to be okay with that. Okay. Likewise, I also had to be okay with the idea that people don't believe till they see. Right? Now, we all know it's a blessing for those of you who can believe, who can see before they actually see or before you actually see. You're always the prize supporters for me. It's normally indication that you have some type of particular call towards me, or I have some particular call towards you, if you can see me before the world does. Okay. That's a spiritual thing. Okay. Because most people are looking at numbers. Oh, let's look at the follower count. Let's look at the whatever. And they can't see anything beyond that. And for that reason, it's hard for some people to gravitate until the train's already going to a particular magnitude. So I never take for granted. I tell my team all the time, I never take for granted the people who saw before they saw. It's a blessing. Hear me. At the same time, the reason why I'm okay with some of you not believing till you see is because that's a form of accountability. I'm okay with it because I shouldn't be okay with it not manifesting. I'm glad some people would shrug their shoulders. Okay, oh, another dreamer. Oh, another. Oh, you're great too. Oh, okay. I love it. I'm stirred by that. I'm getting stirred up right now thinking about it. I love it. You know why? Because it's a challenge. I love it because it's a call to make sure it manifests. I actually love it. Okay. So oft times you got those that are, you know, darn near picking on you or whatever thing. Oh, you think you're this or you whatever, because you're throwing out maybe a particular vision or dream or something like that. Right. To them, maybe privately or something like that. Oh, there goes another dreamer. And they don't know they're talking to a doer. That's number 2. It should matter to you. The reason why you can't get stuck in feeling it, the reason why you can't listen, why they're telling you to put yourself in the emotion of it is so that it makes you do something about it. You are always supposed to do something about it, because manifestation is in the do portion of your life. If you don't do anything, it's not going to manifest. This is why I was saying, listen, after every be is a do. So why do I need to focus on becoming? Because I have to be it internally. As a matter of fact, let me circle back to that just a second. The reason why a lot of you have what you're calling these days imposter syndrome is because you are focusing on doing without being. So being is foundational, because a lot of you will copy people. You'll pick up habits. Alignment is so important in your life. I'm telling you, I will always harp on these things because it's so important that I'm not doing anything that I am not purposed or called to do, that God hasn't designed for me to do as an individual. Why? Because then you start moving into imposter syndrome and all these things, right? I need to have an alignment spiritually with what it is I was always called to do as an individual. Remember, I was saying last time, you just don't become anything you want to become. You need alignment. I need to be going to my creator to figure out what I am and what I should do. There's a lot of people. Let me tell y'all something, to be very honest with you. There was a particular time that I was like, okay, I have a particular set of giftings. I was brought up around church, things like that, heavy around certain predicaments. Now, there was a time in my life where I had to start going with either God's leading, his instruction, or his assignment, or his revelation of me concerning who I am, versus what people, not evil intentioned people, but people who are seeing me from a particular angle. And I'll tell you what it is. There was a particular portion of time where it was like, Bryan, like, man, like, you know, I'm encouraged, I'm lit on fire, I'm having spiritual experience just from meeting you, from talking to you. I'm laughing in my head so bad right now. Because a friend of mine that's sitting with me, even currently, I'll never forget. I want to tell this story so bad. With your permission. So I'm just going to ask, do I have your permission to tell a particular story? So I'm preaching fulfillment so strong, right? I'm just going in. I'm like, listen, we ought to live this type of life and all this other stuff. It became what I'll call a spiritual experience so much for somebody that's in the room. I won't even call the name, but the only response I got from that whole thing, I'm like, all right, so how? Let's say we do it. Let's get on this road of fulfillment. Let's whatever. And I'll never forget, all he did was like sigh and say, well, I guess I'm going to have to give up. And then he named a fast food branch. Those type of things always amaze me. He's like, he named a particular a division of fast food, or chain is what I meant to say, a particular fast food chain. And I was like, I didn't say anything about fast food. It was just the most hilarious thing to me. Has happened to me on multiple occasions. Anyway, I'm saying because of this that's in me, I'll be in rooms not talking about anything of the sort, and hear testimony of somebody is like, they giving up smoking. And I'm like, when did I say anything about smoking? I never said anything close to a bad habit called smoking or anything like that. And it's just like, so that's always funny to me. But because of people's particular experiences with me, they're like, man, that really stirred the room, this whatever. And because of the location that I was in, most people were like, okay, man, you ought to move this into your pastoral, things like that, okay, right? Which is a church term, right? Long story short, I settled in my mind, though that was perception, that was perspective. Now, we ended up starting a business, right? But that's not to say I didn't try it the way that people were saying. And people would be foolish to think this, but there might be some people, I don't know. Nobody's ever said this to me, by the way. I don't know if anybody thought, that was a failure or something like that. And it's like, that wasn't the case. There's somebody else in the room that could testify to what I'm saying right now. The first time I jumped out and said, we're going to do this particular endeavor that had more so to do with the church angle on teaching or whatever, the biblical teaching or whatever, which, is still expressed in our things today, but just through a business manner, right? I mean, listen, room was full. First time. Announced it. The room was full. I had a whole conglomerate team. I'm saying like people driving 2 hours away, no lie, type of situation just to come. Okay. I want to express a lot of the things that happen, but I'm trying to get this short. Long story short, it had nothing to do with failure. It had nothing. Listen, I came to terms with this idea. I'm not going to do anything specifically, especially for God, that I don't know that he's specifically asking of me. I told you at the end of last things, I'm doing what I'm doing today by command. No matter how it looks, how small it looks, how whatever, I'm doing what I know I've been asked to do. I'm not doing anything I haven't been asked to do. Okay. But let's stay on the realm of doing. Okay. Manifestation is doing. A lot of you don't manifest because you don't do. And being, so being comes before do, but being, the natural consequence of being is doing. That's why I want us to get into a strong be, because you won't help but to do after that. That's why people say if you walk like a duck, you talk like a duck, you probably a duck. All right, there's rare cases to where you a human acting like a duck. All right, but 90% of the time, the do is informing the be, is informing others of what you are. You understand what I'm saying? So another thing about myself, how many 2 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour conversations I've had with, it don't matter if it's a parental figure, if it's whatever. I remember the first time I got a father that is in the speaking realm. Let's put it that way. I remember the first time he asked me to come speak for him. First person, I wasn't raised under him, but I appreciated this moment from him. I remember him saying, man, I think you could speak for a living. It actually meant a whole lot to me. But I remember he first asked me to come speak for something he was hosting. And he was like, man, what y'all got? I know y'all amazed, but what y'all got is Bryan on the phone all day. This is how he talks. If I call him on the phone and it just happens to be a 2 hour session, this is exactly how he sounds. All right. Always been, listen, that doing was informing what I am, is what I'm saying, right? It's a natural consequence because of what I am. When I say I'm a teacher, I'm saying that. Actually, it's a grace, it's a gift. So you got to become first. But see, if becoming, the reason why becoming is the way is because it's going to inform your do. Okay, it's a natural consequence. If I become health, I'll naturally do what healthy people do. Because when you are a duck, you naturally quack, fly, walk, float, whatever the thing, like a duck. Naturally, it's a natural consequence. So the issues are that a lot of us have not come into a particular identity that will produce the do. Okay. But all I'm telling you is on this back end is that feeling it ain't enough. You have imposter syndrome because you're not the thing. That's how this goes. You gotta be the thing. And if you can't seem to be it, you just probably need to stay away from that lane. If you can't even become it, just stay away from it. All right. And I'm being very serious. Right. Some of you didn't understand the probably rebuke that it sounds like when I'm saying, like, stop informing people. Do you know how asinine, how diabolical it is to push somebody down a realm or down a lane to be something they don't even have the equipment for, that they haven't even been graced for? It's like murder, to be honest with you. That's a suicide attempt on some of you that are doing it for yourself, especially for God. Don't do nothing he ain't ask you to do for him. Bad. All I'm saying is the manifestation is the do realm. Think about what manifestation is. It's coming from the invisible into the visible. I wanted to touch on a little bit more than that, but I was going to get real spiritually technical. And I don't need to cover all that today. I just need to cover a couple main points, hit points today. But it's got to be done. All right. So manifestation is bringing something from the invisible into the visible, into what you can see right now with your physical eyes. In order to do that, it has to be worked out. Whatever doesn't work itself out, as far as I'm concerned, is not real. Listen, I've dealt with this plenty of times. There's so many of you that care so much about, you're like, man, I got a good heart. If I had it, if I could, if this wasn't this way, if this wasn't that way. Listen, stop dealing with yourself as if that matters. There's people that there's another scripture that talks about how the heart is deceitful. Like, let's just say exceedingly deceitful. For now, not that that's exactly verbatim, but it's deceitful. And the whole idea there's a lot of us that would like to think, I don't know where this comes from. But again, we're just okay with feeling a particular way. So you're like, man, if I had it, I'd give it. If I this, I that. And the problem is, if you have no do as a portion of your life, if you have no doer in you, the truth is you don't know. Your heart could be very well deceiving you. That's why it's like there's a lot of people that are like, I got such a giving heart. I don't know. Y'all listen to these people. I don't. I got such a giving heart. If I had $1 million, I'd fund the whole thing for you. If I had 2 million, if I just had $10 million, none of my family would have to worry about anything and all this other stuff. But it's like, bro, you won't give $10. How do you know what you would do with 2 million? You understand what I'm saying? So you're deceiving yourself. Your heart's deceiving. You like to feel like you would do something, but feeling it ain't good enough. Hello. We calling all cards to the table. We calling everyone to the carpet, Bryan included. What does it matter if it doesn't manifest? Stop talking to me about what you would do. Listen, I'm a very plain guy at this point, to be honest with you. Listen, sorry, all this stuff is in me, so it just comes out. I'm thinking about a whole nother text that talks about how, like, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Literally says anything that's in between that is of Satan. All this, if I could, if I did, if I whatever, it either is or it ain't. If you can live that black and white when it comes down to your doing, you will manifest something. A lot of you like to stay in this in between. A lot of you are so emotional, you get fooled by the in between people. Either it is or it ain't. By the time most people have asked me a particular thing, especially whether I've decided, there are certain things I decided that I don't even know if I regret or not. Like today, I don't regret it, but it's like I'm so firm in my yes and no that I'm not doing it now. Even though I'm like, man, maybe I should have said no to that. And I could probably reverse that today, with new information that I have now and like the way I'm looking at it now and all these things. And I'm so far removed from the situation. But you know what? I told him no. I'll tell you right. I'll give you a prime example of this. So I'm a producer. All right. Obviously, we produce music, all the sounds you're hearing. We produce film-esque or film things or whatever the situation is. OK, I produce all the time, whether it's on the whatever portion of this entertainment thing we're talking about, again, film or music, otherwise, writing songs, all these things, right? The issue now becomes that I've gotten mad before. I'll never forget, somebody thought I was cutting them a bad deal for some reason, right? I was saying like, listen, let me produce this for you. Let me do this, or whatever. It'll be good. I know what I'm doing. I got the goods when it comes down to this production thing. The person not knowing, I guess, every detail, just immediately just shut it down. Like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to give my stuff away or something like that. And I'm like, number one, you did not ask what the details of any type of deal would be. All right, I'm going to cut this real short because I know some of you won't stomach a lot of this business stuff. So you didn't even ask what the terms of me being able to produce this would be or anything like that. I really just wanted to see this song manifest, to be honest with you. I'm like, this is too good of a song. The other person would have had a very good deal in terms of being able to recoup and all these things from the situation or whatever. I just wanted to see, and it was a friend, by the way. And I'll never forget, they shut it down so quick. Listen, you know how you get so strong, you're like, like you in cursing mode. When I say cursing mode, you're like, you and your family compared, you know what I'm saying? I got real fiery, not cursing the person in that moment, but I got just as strong in my feeling, in my emotion. I was like, you know what? I'll never produce this or whatever the thing was. I told him, I'll never deal with this song. Don't come to me later about it. So I'm going in about it. Today, I'm like, should I have been so harsh in my dealing with that situation? Because that's, every now and then I'll hear like the recording is somewhere of like the scratch notes of it is in my phone or somewhere. It's somewhere in my files. And I'll hear it and I'm like, that's a good song. And what I had already gave a taste of in terms of production, I'm like, this is just a beast song. This would have been so great. But now I'm looking at it like, should I have been so harsh? But every time I even try to reconcile with myself to maybe go see if that would be an opportunity today, I'm like, I'm not doing it. Because my yes was yes and my no is no. And some of y'all's yes ain't yes. And some of your no ain't no, which is how you're even being deceived by your own heart. You keep saying what you would do. If I had the right workout equipment, I'd get my health together. If I had the right friends, then I'd be able to do this. Listen, either on this side of the table, you dealing with somebody like me, either you do it or you don't. Ain't no complaining, ain't no nothing. Either do it or don't. Let your yes be yes. Anything in between. If I could, if I would, if I whatever, either do it or don't. Why do you need to have this resolve in you? Because you can't manifest without that type of resolve. You got to get on a doer's side of things. I said I'm a producer, but I'm a producer. You're only watching me because we actually produce things. Okay. This didn't have to go to 17 years. I didn't need confirmation from 34 people and all these things for me to be sitting here talking in front of you. I already know who I am. I already know what I can bring to the table. All I needed was a simple instruction or a simple peek into instruction or whatever. It's done. Because I'm a doer. Okay. Not even saying that as an example to you. I'm just saying if you want to actually manifest things, you got to be a doer. Do something. Do something. Do something. Don't just do something. Do it all. Get it done. I know where we're going because I'm a doer. Ain't a devil in hell. I'm telling you right now, can stop this. Nor me. Zero, because my yes was yes. When I agreed to doing this, when I agreed to certain particular things, and like how you're in sure faith and things like that, you know, people will come out of the wazoo with quote unquote confirmation in your surety. And that, when I say confirmation, I'm just saying it'll start showing itself by weird things, signs coming out of nowhere. Where did you come from? I don't know. I just felt like blah, 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 blah. You know, they may give into an effort you have or something like that because you're sure, but you cannot manifest anything if you're not sure. Your yes gotta be yes. Your no gotta be no. That's it. Black and white. That's it. If anybody think they're gonna stop me at this point, you're ludicrous. Because my yes was yes. I already know where I'm going. I know every outcome to a particular degree, right? And I ain't felt all of the emotion of it. I ain't had to sit down and meditate and feel all the emotion of it because I'm a doer. And if you're getting stuck on the emotion part, stop being okay with feeling. That's all I'm saying to you. It don't even matter. It doesn't matter if it doesn't manifest. What am I saying? Do it. Nike got a real good slogan. What's on the backside of that should be don't talk it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let all of your actions do your speaking. There's a billionaire actually who I love from a distance, don't know him, but I remember him saying something. He was like, people ask me, do I have this morning routine where I get up and pray for, X amount of time and things like that? He said, people don't understand. He said, my actions are my prayers. Spoken like a true doer. The man got so much manifestation in his life. He like, every step I take is a prayer. Good God. Do. Manifestation is in the doing. Do something. Well, I don't have all the money. Do something. Start the doing. Start letting it show itself forth, and then you'll start getting the money. Just do. That's the only way it's going to happen. Oh, I don't feel all the way 100%. There's this weird things that happens in people's lives and in their minds to where they're like, I'll work out when I feel better. No, you're going to work out and then you'll feel better. Then you'll feel like working out. You ain't going to feel like working out if you don't do it. You get what I'm saying? The point of working out is that you feel better. That's the healthy side is on the other side. So you got to do it. Then you feel it. How many of you are so okay with just feeling? I just want to know it ain't fit. Don't feel nothing right now. Do. This is my instruction. Do. Well, Bryan, all I want is a marriage or something like that. Listen, and I've told my friends this that have been around me. Listen, I'm being very honest. I had specific instructions that before I got married as a younger son, you know what I did? And this was instruction to me. Especially biblically, read all things that have to do with marriage. I just started reading stuff. I didn't have the wife in hand. I didn't have whatever. I need to read everything. I need to know. See, if I'm going to be a part of something, I need to know what that is. Do you get what I'm saying? How many of you are expecting things to manifest? You're not doing anything towards it. It doesn't make sense. Not just towards it. You're not doing the thing. You can't expect health to manifest and you're not doing healthy things. I reconciled in my head at one point that it's like, if I want to be healthy, I ought to do what healthy people do. I ain't saying where I'm perfect or imperfect right now. I'm saying I realize I got to start doing. The perfecting of it will come in time. My maturation in the process will come. All right. Don't worry about whatever. Just do the thing. That's all I got for you today. All right. Focus on becoming. Do the thing. Do it. All right. Next time, when we come back, we'll be talking about rich. And we're going to up your standard. We're going to do some things for you that's going to allow you to walk into rich this year for all of us, okay? A's man. Until next time.
We hope you enjoyed our experience. If you would like to gain access to more in-depth teachings such as this one, a host of other products and services, or the opportunity to partner with others who are becoming all that they are, join our exclusive membership community. Join the nation, the Iexist Nation. All the info you need can be found in the description of this video. Until next time.
Life just keeps getting better and better. You just wait and see. You don't have to see it now in order to believe. Life just keeps getting better and better. You just wait and see. You don't have to see it now in order to believe. Better, 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 better. Ooh, better, 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 better. Life just keeps getting better and better. You just wait and see. You don't have to see it now in order to believe. Life just keeps getting better and better. You just wait and see. You don't have to see it now in order to believe. Better, 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 better. Oh, better, 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 better. Life just keeps getting better and better. You just wait and see. You don't have to see it now in order to believe. Life just keeps getting better and better. You just wait and see. You don't have to see it now in order to believe. Better, 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 better. Oh, better, 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 better.
mode.